The practitioner is not answering the phone. The practitioner is not answering the phone. Okay? Somebody is in spiritual court fighting for their innocence, but the timelines are not matching up. The synchronicities are not in alignment for this person because they're telling a lie. The only reason that they're pleading their innocence now in spiritual court is because the practitioner died. So there's nobody to continue on with doing the dark work. Therefore, if the practitioner is dead, physically, spiritually, mentally, maybe they've abandoned the situation. We'll get into it. Whatever the case, now that that relationship is done, the only thing that they're left with is all of the energy that they sent out. God forbid, that's what this person just said. God forbid that the practitioner is actually dead, like unalive. God forbid. Because that means that the practitioner has taken what appears to be the easy route, but honestly, it gets a little bit more complicated. If this practitioner is not answering the phone and something backfired and they're unalive, they now have big problems, bigger problems on the other side. Trust and believe it by way of the spirit realm. 122 on the timer. That is the truth. So listen, whoever this person is that's pleading their innocence, because now they can't get in contact with their practitioner and the practitioner is not answering the call. Sir, ma'am, I need you to know by way of the preliminary statements from the spirit realm, your timelines are not adding up. The synchronicities are not in your alignment. 144, you really did come for somebody that was chosen. So you can plead no innocence in spiritual court. Yeah, I can't make this up. You asked for endings for somebody that was held in high honor. And Creator came through and showed you what it was, what it is, that this one of them ones that they wrote about in the Bible, that they wrote about in the Quran, that they wrote about the book of Buddha was about one of these people. Don't touch this one. And somebody went against the grain, okay? Somebody doesn't want us to mention their name, so they will remain nameless. We give them no power. We give them no clout. Creator's been different in nations. Sooner and later, the world will be ours. We keep an eye out for the numbers. 233 on the timer. We stay in constant synchronization to infinity and beyond. We are the stars with divine destinations. So whoever this person is, they came for somebody that's chosen. Somebody's ancestors could be sending them messages through music, through sound, something like that. Okay. So this practitioner is not answering the phone. If you're new here, welcome. Come on in. Hopefully you like the vibe. Hopefully this reading helps you in some way for educational purposes. Stand up or sit down. That is not a command. That is a recommendation, because oftentimes when we are getting into this kinds of spiritual work, sometimes, you just kind of need to take it all in and break it all down for yourself and remind yourself to listen to your own intuition, calling in your higher self and your own spirit team when it comes to everything that I say here at Spiritual Court, deciding what to take, 33333 on the timer, and what to let go of. You intuitively, have to do that for yourself. Thank you, Spirit. If you're returning back, you already know the truth spell is working. Okay? Why isn't the practitioner answering the phone? The practitioner is not answering the phone. Somebody keeps looking at their phone. Somebody keeps looking at their phone. Whoever you are, chosen one, you're somebody that's on a new timeline. Single, successful, getting a love offer. This could be doing something that you love. This could be a romantic relationship, whatever you're manifesting. It's in alignment with love. So somebody did spell work over somebody. Okay? They may have wanted to cause some type of health concern. Okay? Why is the practitioner not answering the phone? Where's the practitioner that's not answering? What happened? Flying monkeys in the reverse. This is curses that backfired. A lot of lies that were spoken, things that they were told was going to happen to you, chosen one. It didn't happen. It backfired. Flying monkeys in the reverse. Some type of communication has been blocked. Clarify, where's the practitioner? Why aren't you answering the phone? Oh, the practitioner ran off with their money. Thief in the reverse. I can't make it up. Or the practitioner took some money to do something to a chosen one and it ended up backfiring. Spirit says it's all of the above. Oh, wow. Clarify this practitioner. Where you at, practitioner? Why you not answering your phone? What's going on? What happened? This is the lead of some type of group, a coven, a master warlock. Could be a masculine man. Could be a feminine in the boss energy. Where's this practitioner gone to? Oh yeah, they hurt. They down for the count. This person could be in the hospital. Somebody could literally be on their last leg. That's what spirit is showing me. Yeah, opposition. So the ops are facing opposition from these opposing forces that they tried to send towards somebody who was single, successful, and blessed. With love offers, it backfired. This is curses, hexes, words that were spoken in a sigil and a ritual, flying monkeys in a reverse. This could also be monitoring spirits or entities or succubus and incubus energies that they sent towards a chosen one. Opposition and health concerns. So for the person that is watching, the karmic, if you're watching, even if you're not, you're going to get this message in the ethers. Spirit says the truth is all around you. You're going to know that your practitioner is somewhere laid up and they're not doing good. They're just not ignoring your call. You may feel like this person took your money and ran. Well, I mean, it kind of goes with the agreement. It goes with the territory. So this person is in the hospital. Whoever this practitioner is, this is why they're not answering the phone. Because this is collective's energy. Starseed, the path has been cleared. The universe said, you can't run up in here with all that rigmarole. You can't run up in here with all that rigmarole mother freaking roll. What you thought you was doing to this starseed? Nothing. What you was talking about to them spirits that you were getting to go towards the chosen one? You ain't talking about nothing. Huh? Somebody's in the hospital. Somebody's practitioner is wounded, honey. Now, let's get more into this person, okay? Yeah, it's a whole Jezebel out here. Pay for some type of spell work. So you got a karmic feminine that's scared because their practitioner, a guy, is not answering the phone. He could be an older guy. This is somebody that has a very impressive spiritual history. Yeah, this could be somebody in their family. Or is this an actual practitioner? No, it's coming off like a business agreement. I don't feel like these people are related. Spirit says they were related. They came into each other's bloodlines when they signed that dark spiritual contract to try to take out somebody who's being held in high honor. Let's see. I want to know about this person. You keep calling for the spiritual practitioner. The practitioner's in the hospital, honey. Okay? Just a heads up. That shit backfired in the worst way. Spirit says this person may not recover. Something hit them. Somebody's ancestors is on somebody's ass. When I tell you on their ass, I'm talking like white on rice, honey. And that's real close. Ooh, they're fired up. Let me take a sip here of my beverage. Hold on. Let me wet my whistle because I feel like whoever this client is that keeps calling the practitioner, they're not getting a response. They're expecting the worst. They know that the worst has already happened, and somebody's ancestors are watching that ass. This person could be going through some type of paranormal activity because you came up against a high priestess. Yeah, you messed up. Clarify this person. Show me this Jezebel, this karmic feminine that paid for this spell work. Queen of Cups energy. Clarify the Queen of Cups. Truth and clarity, please and thank you. The Five of Wands. Somebody that's jealous, hateful. Queen of Cups and the Five of Wands. You can't be the Queen of Cups and be in the Five of Wands. These are two completely polar opposite energies. So this is why spiritual court is saying that this person is pleading their innocence, but the timelines are not matching up. The energy is not matching up. There's too much spiritual evidence here to vindicate this person. This person is being found guilty of being envious and jealous. So how are they coming up as the Queen of Cups? Clarify this person. Why are you coming up as the Queen of Cups? Somebody's a whole liar. Somebody's birthday could be in March. Somebody's a shapeshifter. Somebody's an emotional manipulator. The Three of Wands in the reverse. This is a very stubborn-minded person. If this is not their birthday, it doesn't matter. The month of March is important. The month of May is important. Something like that. So somebody could have just recently have done something in the month of March. You got the Three of Wands in the reverse, which represents Aries energy. This is somebody that wanted to dominate somebody's energy. Clarify with the Queen of Cups, Five of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles to upset somebody's balance. You're the real Queen of Cups. You're the real Queen of Cups. Jealousy made them do it. Competition. They didn't want you to win. They wanted to get to something before you. Two of Pentacles, but the Queen of Cups is coming up as balanced. Clarify this person. Your spiritual practitioner is not answering the phone. It's all bad news. Oh, yeah, it's over. Somebody gave up a whole bunch of money. Clarify your practitioner is not answering the phone. Knight of Wands, fire sign energy. So this is a karmic feminine Jezebel. Could be a masculine as well that went for some type of spell work. Now their practitioner is not answering the phone and they're already expecting the worst. And they're really right to expect that the worst is about to happen to them. Tower in the reverse. Let me tell you something. Full moon. Is about to be in Scorpio. Oh my goodness. The new moon activities aren't like the last new moon activities. By the time these new moon activities are truly activated with judgment being injected into them by way of the divine creator, I promise you the full moon will be in Scorpio, and literally Scorpio energy full moon is coming in with towers in the reverse. If somebody was planning and plotting a tower for you, they're going to meet that same tower in an hour that they cannot foresee. It's going to come like a thief in the night. There will be no need to prepare. There will be no time to prepare yourself for the way this tower is about to take you out. Practitioner not answering the phone, and the practitioner ended up in the hospital. And if that's a backfire, that means that you sent somebody something really nasty. You got the Queen of Wands in the upright. Okay, clarify this person. You sent a chosen one something really, really nasty. Somebody was jealous over the fact that you are the Empress. You are the Empress. If your birthday is not in March, it could be any time. You're coming up as all the queens. You're a straight queen, honey, straight up and down. You know how to tap into the earth elements. You know how to tap into your fire elements. You're confident. You know how to tap into your water elements without being naive, emotionally in control of your heart, your intuition. Oh, somebody was just all the way pissed off and they just wanted to crash your party. Someone's like, I'm going to crash your party. I'm going to go to the root worker. Now the root worker is not answering your call. Now the sorcerer is not answering your call. So you no longer have a source, anybody to help you deal with this spiritual warfare. So you mean to tell me these people didn't plan for this to fail? No, they didn't. In fact, they went and they even double checked to make sure that they would be doing the ritual correctly. They wanted to make sure that it didn't double back and backfire on them. And now the practitioner's in the hospital. Clarify, practitioner's not answering the phone. Damn, he can't. That ass is tied up to something. This wanted to come up in the reverse. So organization, clarify the practitioner's not answering the phone. You came up against a chosen one. Yeah, 7 of Swords. It's so crazy because this practitioner took their money and they knew that the next work that they were supposed to do wasn't going to work. So thief came up in the reverse. Remember, for the practitioner that's not answering the phone, who is currently wounded. Something happened. He called a tower in the reverse. He's in the hospital. With the 7 of Swords, he snuck off with this person's money too. He knew that whatever he was being paid to do wasn't going to work. And he still called a tower. Clarify this practitioner. But you had done work prior. This person had done work prior. Yeah, look. This person could have crossed over. This person could have crossed over. Somebody could have been in the hospital for a little bit and passed away in the hospital. Or they will. Clarify? Yeah, I just heard, oh, we going live on a Friday night. Okay, so they were planning and plotting to do something on this new moon energy. The new moon was around March the 18th. So something was being planned ahead. Somebody was prepping for some type of spiritual sigil, and something already happened before Friday night. Yeah, we were planning to get live on a Friday night. Page of Swords in the reverse. Spirit says this person didn't make it to the Friday night. This practitioner didn't make it to the Friday night. They knew that something wasn't going to work, so they took the money anyway. This canceled their plans to scam somebody out of their money, but it also leaves the person who paid for this spell work to be done in shambles, because who the hell is going to clean up all this spiritual warfare? This shit is hitting people left and right. Yeah, look, who's going to clear this up? Because the practitioner has crossed over. In the hospital, crossed over something, some type of catastrophe, some type of backfire. 5 of Swords and a 7 of Swords. Yeah, we're going to make it live on a Friday night. Friday night didn't come. Page of Swords in the reverse. It's all bad news. Somebody could be getting the news that this practitioner passed away. Clarify. You get news that your practitioner passed away because somebody's ancestors is on that ass. Oh, somebody's ancestors is on that ass. Somebody's ancestors are on that ass. I just heard somebody's ancestors say, let me tell you something. One thing is for sure, and two things are for certain. You're not coming for this all up in here. This is a chosen one. The natural world needs this divine feminine. So we're going to balance this thing out and do it nice and easy peasy. Now, listen, we can be polite, we can be courteous, or we can get into some gangster shit. Somebody's ancestors are gangsters for God, gangsters for the divine, gangsters for the throne. They will do anything to protect your crown. Two of Pentacles is balance. Somebody's ancestors popped out impromptu presentation and said, surprise, this is how things are going to go. Because whatever they were planning on a Friday night, somebody's ancestors was like, cancel. That shit up out of here. It's canceled. Page of Cups. What's the Page of Cups? What's the Page of Cups? Yeah, I can't make this up. You got the Ace of Swords. The spirit realm has been privy to the truth. There's no sigils that can cover up the truth right now. You got a lot of shut up spells and confusion spells and trying to blind you and put a veil over your eyes. It can't trump the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is too solid. The Ace of Swords is like, the truth is here. People are being tired of being lied to. Like, don't tell me no lie. Matter of fact, let me just tap into myself. Let me see the truth. The Ace of Swords is here. So the fact that somebody wants to come up into spiritual court, clarify and plead their innocence, why are you pleading your innocence? You got all this confusion around you with the Seven of Cups. You got all these illusions around you with the Seven of Cups. You can't come into spiritual court where the Ace of Swords is the main star. The Ace of Swords is the true spell. As soon as you cross the threshold, approaching the bench of the Most High God, that you are going to get struck by lightning just because you even thought to come in the presence of the Creator in lie. Everything that was done in the dark is coming to the light. Ace of Swords, you decided to lie. That was a bad decision. I feel like now that this person's practitioner has either passed away or is seriously wounded in critical condition, I feel like this person can't think for themselves. I feel like they're under some type of an illusion because they had to have been under an illusion if they thought they could walk into spiritual court and plead their innocence. And the spiritual lawyers, by way of somebody's ancestors, are saying, listen, we're about to testify. Your timeline ain't lining up and your lies ain't adding up. Your shit is miscalculated. And in no way, shape, or form are you going to get us, sway us, encourage us, convince us, force us, command us, demand us to tip these scales in your favor when you are all the way guilty. Everything is working up against you and your spiritual practitioner. This person doesn't even have any references. They can't call nobody in the spiritual court. Listen, lean in, collective. These people are fried. They're dyed and they're laying to the side because of the decisions that they made. Now somebody wants to come in and plead their innocence. Ten of Swords, when you did the ultimate betrayal, like the most, you were willing to go as far as you needed to go in order to come for this chosen one. Had you believed of what you did, that taking out this chosen empress was possible, you would have continued to do anything that was asked of you by this practitioner that's now in the hospital. You would have continued to do anything this person asked you to do in order to take out this person. And that's why divine intervention had to step in and let you know, here's how it's going to go. And Spirit says, if there's any doubt of what it is that we are seeing and saying, we need to let you know that the truth is escorting the collective in spiritual court. We're hearing this thing. We didn't even have to show up. We're just here for educational purposes. It's a case study. We use these type of case studies in our own private spiritual practices to show our clients and people that need help, hey, listen, I know you can go into the shadow, you can go here, but this is what happens when people go too deep in the shadow and they get had by these weird ass illusions. Honestly, y'all, seriously, The trickster spirits are having a field day, honey. Oh my God, these trickster spirits got these people running all away. Listen, they are reaching around, they're retching around, they're stretching, they're moving from side to side, they're antsy, they're looking out the window, they're looking over here, they're going there. These trickster spirits are having a field day. And then you got the ancestors coming in to add more razzle dazzle to let these bitches know we could have told you that this wasn't gonna work. And now you want to be vindicated in spiritual court, saying that you're innocent, but the timelines ain't lining up. Exhibit A, you wanted to inflict harm. Ten of Swords, intentionally. With the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands, this is somebody that was breathing, oozing, living in drama, envy, chaos. This person's thoughts were so rearranged, honey. Creator just says they think backwards, ass backwards. To do the right thing would be too much like right. Somebody thought that that was boring. This is more exciting. Paying somebody to do spell work, watching from a distance to see if it's going to make the person suffer, bring somebody brought was bringing them satisfaction. We're about to put your whole nasty mindset out in spiritual court because the whole carnal mind is under judgment. The way this person thinks is absolutely horrible. It's horrific. It's insidious. It's diabolical. It's demonic. It's sad. They're oozing, breathing all of this nasty energy. And the fact that they believe that they can come in the presence of source and create what they believe is an illusion, we have made their entire cerebral consciousness, subconscious, unconscious, hidden conscious. We have put it on exhibit A. We put it out here for everybody to see, to dissect, so that you will know that there are people out here that really wanted to harm you. This person is being used as an example. I just heard the ancestors say, yeah, we're about to make an example out of you. Put this person on an exhibit since they wanted to be seen, since they wanted some attention, since they wanted to be known for taking down somebody who was not bothering them, a chosen one. We're going to give them the attention that they need. This attention is nasty intention. It's all bad news. Let's keep it real. The Page of Swords in the reverse. Now, everybody knows that this person is a derelict. Everybody knows that this person is basically just a nasty spirited person. Everybody knows now. So with that being said, this Seven of Swords with the Seven of Cups coming in and saying, hey, I just want to testify. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. Excuse me. Excuse me if I testify. Clearing their throat every 5 minutes because they're lying. Every time they say something, they lies. Throat chakra all the way blocked. Throat chakra got trash in it. Words that you spoke that were forbidden, nasty, stuck in your throat chakra. That's why you coughing up. That's why you throwing up. Spirit said, get that shit up out of there. That's that truth spell working on you. Somebody could have lost their whole voice. Look, it's a gag order. I can't make it up. The Four of Pentacles is like, shut your mouth. Somebody came in, I would like to testify. Spiritual court was like, shut up. Don't even say nothing. We don't need you to say a damn thing. First of all, the only thing you did was you came into spiritual court to get this work. Okay? Now take your punk ass home and take your towers in the reverse with you. Period. That's it. That's the only thing these people need to show up to spiritual court for is to find out that they've already lost. Lost what? Lost their way, lost their mind, lost their thought, lost their lies. You can't lie. You can't say, oh, my ancestors is on that ass. My ancestors is whooping that ass. We done woke up something they ain't never seen before. I'm trying to tell you. But the warnings are always there. 24/24, we're a compassionate people. It's a slow moving to your anger type energy. But once we surrender it and we don't feel no one, two ways about it, we then make room for the divine to come in and clear the path. This doesn't make us happy. It doesn't make us anything. It's just an example. It's just being used in spiritual court as an example. This is what happens when you don't walk in the truth. When you think that you're going to go and try to make somebody's life a living hell, hell is what you're going to get. So just be prepared for it. Make your bed in hell. Find you a pillow. Jump your punk ass in the lake of fire and get ready for the second judgment. And whoever the practitioner is that's in the hospital, I'm telling you, the Ten of Wands in the reverse, this person passed away. It keeps falling on ascendants, like crossed over. Ten of Wands in the reverse. This practitioner got problems on the other side. The spirits are whooping that ass on the other side. The Empress in the reverse. I cannot make this up. The spirits are whooping this person's ass on the other side, honey. The spirits are beating the hell out of somebody. So with the practitioner being down, now on the other side, now you got to deal with all them lies you took. You never thought you would ever see them spirits again. Now you over there with them and they're picking apart your essence. They're making sure that you feel it in the spirit. Woo, that's difficult. Now that that person's out of the way, this person really can't do too much of anything, but just kind of sit in the BS that they cooked up. Friday night never made it. Friday night, whatever they were planning to go live on a Friday night, they're supposed to do their big one. The universe stepped in and was like, nah, you ain't doing a damn thing. Ten of Wands in the reverse. This person is crossed over. Clarify the Empress in the reverse with the, if somebody knows that they're next. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Spirit Realm just said the domino effect. This person is still trying to watch you, but they have trickster spirits around them. Yeah, they don't even see it. Somebody is next. Clarify the spell word. This is big spell word. Six of Cups. Their life could be flashing before their eyes. It's time for them to go. They're next. Wherever this client is, clarify you want to be found innocent, but the timelines aren't adding up. Somebody even tried to go back into your Akashic records to play around in your energy, but they're just being tricked into some type of darkness right now, y'all. Somebody's about to cross over. You're in the stars energy. Empress energy. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Yeah, this person. Show me this person. Why am I seeing this? Clarify. Six of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Honey. This person is asking for some form of sympathy. They're about to cross over. So their life could be flashing before their eyes. The Two of Wands, they know it's time to go. They know if this practitioner passed away and the amount of what they have done, it's their time is up as well. Karmic feminine here. The Empress in the reverse. 3 people could be passing away. What's the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles? It's like, yeah, this person, yeah, this is over. The devil has come to collect. I can't make this up. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse and the devil in the reverse. The devil has come to collect somebody, collect a soul. Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Somebody tried to offer somebody up to the devil. I just heard the coven, the cult, the bloodline of Seth, Seth. Somebody tried to offer up a child, offer you up. You're a full-grown adult. Somebody tried to offer you up to the devil. And the deal and the transaction got rejected. It didn't go through. The devil can't take your soul. That's what I just heard. The way your soul's mission is set up. The devil can't take your soul. What's the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles? The Ace of Pentacles. Clarify. The star. I'm telling you, somebody tried to sacrifice a star. Somebody born a star seed, star quality. I could be talking to somebody that has a very imaginative inner child. As a child, you were very lively, a lot of light around you, very creative, always smiling, jumping in pictures. The star, somebody has star quality. Somebody's so bright, beautiful, beautiful energy, inner child. And somebody tried to sacrifice you to the devil. And the universe is like, nah, this is getting rejected. So this person is in spiritual court under judgment because the death angels are near. Santa Muerta. Okay, thank you. The angels are dead. So they're pleading with spiritual court to find them innocent, but they're coming up dirty. The timelines ain't, look, the world in the reverse. Somebody is trying to negotiate an ending, negotiate death after being found guilty, 10 of swords, of some of the most heinous things ever done in the spirit realm. This person wanted complete destruction for you. They wanted you without money, without sanity, without all of this because of jealousy. They sent you a lot of spiritual warfare. So the fact that they're petitioning the Most High God in spiritual court, asking for some type of, plea deal, if you will, right? That's interesting because where does all this energy go? That's fine. Spiritual court is like, we'll tell you what you need to hear, but ultimately, where does all this energy go? All this chaos magic, all these spirits that you conjured up, all of what you paid for. Now that your practitioner has crossed over, somebody knows that they're next. So what happens now with all this energy? Where does it go? Clarify. Somebody wants you to put yourself in the story, but this is not your story no more. I'm telling you, this is not your damn story. King of Swords in the reverse and the Six of Swords in the reverse. This practitioner could have been hiding the fact that they were having health issues due to spell work that backfired. Spirit says they will be found to have passed away from natural causes because nature stepped in to balance out the scales. So the fact that somebody has the audacity to try to come into spiritual court and ask for some type of innocent plea, or they're pleading their innocence, but the timelines are not lining up. Ma'am, sir, it's a no. You're a spiritual practitioner. It's over. It's really over. No, honey. Need we remind you? The Hierophant in the reverse, you went towards a spiritual assailant. You tried to sacrifice a star seed child to the devil. You wanted this person to take this person's star and turn them into the devil, basically. Somebody wanted to take you and get you out of this. I just heard holier than thou. Okay, so this is how they saw you, like, oh, you're just a goody two shoes. Somebody wanted to dirty up your cup, honey, your Ace of Cups. You too divine for that. The Hierophant in the reverse, need we remind you of what it is that you've done? Spiritual court says the facts are here and the verdicts will stand, and somebody's raggedy ass is next for this tower. This new moon in Scorpio, that full moon in Scorpio. Even if we give them a heads up, it's not going to change what's already fated. It's already been decided. Their free will has been taken away. You know, your free will allows you to make different decisions in order to experience different outcomes, right? But in that, you have to use your intuition. That's your free will. Your intuition has to pull at you. Your discernment has to pull at you and say, I don't think I should do this. But if you go against your intuition, or your intuition is completely blocked and you're just so focused on being diabolical, then even if we give them a heads up, they've already forfeited their free will. They've already made the decisions, and the decisions will stick. So even if we give them a heads up by way of the full moon and they try to go and change the outcome, it's not going to work. They don't have no more power to free will nothing. When they had their free will, they abused it. Yeah, this person is done. Six of Swords in the reverse, that's health problems. King of Swords in the reverse, this person spoke some curses on me. Somebody was like, you're going to have, you're going to be, this is the way it's going to go. And they spoke that curse and ended that punk ass up in a hearse, honey. Ooh, somebody's ancestors is going to escort that person to the underworld. They're going to make sure that they don't cycle back around. Something about them being earthbound with the Hierophant in the reverse and the King of Swords in the reverse and the Six of Swords in the reverse. It's a wrap. This is what Spirit is saying. It's over. Hang it up. We're not taking any more negligent plea deals when you got all this blood on your hands. Woo, pleading innocent. Yeah, it's over. The Eight of Wands in the reverse. There is a gag order, okay? I feel like the Eight of Wands in the reverse is the spiritual spell. By way of the truth, the spiritual serum, I meant to say. The truth-speaking spell. I feel like this shit got these people shut down. Tongues tied, stuck, tonsils closing up, thyroid swelling up. Anything to do with the throat chakra has been shut down. You cannot tell a lie. You can't speak no lie. Shut your lying ass up. Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Creator says, stop wasting the court's time. If you need some type of spiritual counsel, nobody's going to be appointed to you, because why? This is not going back and forth. There is no argument. There is no evidence that needs to be looked at. The evidence has already been exposed. You did the most. Ten of Swords, you did the most. Five of Wands, the Tower's in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Devil's in the reverse. In order for you to have any form of a defense, one has to be confused about what the facts are. That's when the prosecution goes back with the defense and they go back and forth and they go over the evidence and then they present it in spiritual court with the hopes that somebody's going to be vindicated and or found innocent, or simply that the truth be exposed in the matter because of all the murkiness that is around it. But these people don't even need to come into spiritual court. Creator's already decided. The full moon, woo-wee, you better make room. Room is being made. The path is being cleared to get these negligent people out of the way. Baby, they had a good run, didn't they? Remember when they used to run to the root work and do that spell work over you? Remember. Now they can't do that no more. Practitioner in the hospital and he is fallen ill and he's dropping dead. Spirit says the spirit took over. So if this practitioner was working with a dark energy, a jinn, a dark demon, the spirit went back to him and jumped into his vessel and took his soul. Yeah, it's killing him. That's what he's dying from. Yeah, nature is taking its course. Natural causes. That's what I just heard. You affect nature in that way, and nature has to balance out the scales. Nature has to make things fair. These people are being eliminated. Full moon in Scorpio is about to be lit. There's nothing they can do to change it. They're going to try, though. They can hide out. They can do whatever. Them demons know exactly where they are. These are the kind of demons that can go into the darkest of places, but everything that was done in the dark has to now come to the light. So there was a warning point, and somebody ignored it. There was a point in this spell work, this is what Spirit is showing me, that somebody was warned. There was a little tiny little whisper like, no, don't do that. Just leave it alone. Like something had already backfired. Somebody had already gotten seriously hurt because of the spiritual protection that we carry. And they still went and did it. And this is what it is. So the fact that somebody wants to come into spiritual court and plead their innocence when the timelines ain't matching up, the series of events ain't matching up, the situation and the circumstantial evidence points to the Ten of Swords and all this negligence, it is only a matter of time that they're going to catch towers in the reverse with the full moon in Scorpio. Ooh, what a blessing. Holy Spirit, beautiful divine angels, please, 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 please close this door. Big shout out to my higher self. Thank you, Creator, for allowing me to speak the truth. Thank you for using me to speak the truth. Truth is the new amended law. You have to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, or be found out and be let go and be eliminated. All lies and illusions, projections have been seen through, sought through, sifted through, and the decision will stand that these people are catching towers, and that's just what it is. That's what Spirit just said. That's what the universe just said. That's what Spirit just said. And just as a side note, I agree with the universe. This is the message. If this resonated at any point or time, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching Spiritual Core TV. I'll be back with more readings here soon. And until then, as always, peace be with you.